And good morning, everybody. We welcome you back to Kensington Arena in Burnaby, British Columbia, for our opening game on a Saturday morning. 3 preliminary games left to go, and then we'll get into the elimination games. Quickly come up inside our booth. Hi, everybody. My name is George Scott. I'll be here all day again today. We've got 9 games on our schedule. As I said, 3 preliminary games, and then we get into the semifinals starting at 1:15 this afternoon. So another long day ahead of us. We're going to start off with a boys under 15, the BC Bobcats, taking on the Edmonton Yeti. They're just about set to go down at center floor, so let's go down there to start today's action. Okay, here we go for a Saturday morning here in British Columbia. Right away the ball goes out of play, just 9 seconds into the opening period. Edmonton Yeti in the light blue with the black pants. British Columbia, the white, red, and black trim. Get you up to date on the under 15 standings in just a moment as well. Nine teams in the under 15 compete in one division. Top 4 move on to the semifinals. Right now the top 4 teams: Guelph Cyclones with 8 points, the BC Wolverines. This is the Bobcats that are playing here. The BC Wolverines have 6, Manitoba Bison 6, Newfoundland Labrador Selects 5, the Yeti with 3, and Edmonton with 2. So Edmonton not get into the playoffs. If BC wins, they would tie Newfoundland Labrador Selects, so depending what happens later, they could tie in total points, and then we'd have to go to the tiebreaker situation if we're to finish there. So for the Bobcats, have any chance of getting into the semifinals, they need to win. So a big game for them. Pride on the line for the Edmonton Yeti. Ball down in the BC end. Brought out. Far as center. Kale stopped there. Forced back. Kiera up ahead to an open wing. Hustling back to get it. Lewis Starrett for Edmonton. Good pass. Just a little bit beyond the reach of Ben Hall. Ball goes down into the corner down to our left. Players pile in down there. Comes loose back at the point. Long wrist shot. Save was made, and then save on the rebound as well. Evan Friesen in goal for the BC Bobcats. 2 big saves early. A couple of players go down. Play continues on. Edmonton bring it in. Long shot into Friesen. He'll hold it, and we'll get a face-off. A couple of good chances a moment ago for the Edmonton Yeti. The wrist shot from Sean Yeo got through at the point, forced Friesen to make a save. Then the rebound was there, and his better save was on the second attempt. I'll remind people again, I'll do this throughout the day, that the medal games have shifted a bit. Those that were scheduled for here in Kensington tomorrow will now be played at the Poirier over in Coquitlam. And the ones that were scheduled for the Poirier and Coquitlam will be played here at the Kensington. Flat Curry shot on goal. Save was made by William McCallion in goal for Edmonton. But it won't affect our webcast schedule. We will be webcasting the same games that we were originally scheduled to, except we'll be doing them from the Poirier tomorrow. The same medal games. Flat Curry. Backhand. Callahan's got that and holds on. We get a face-off down in the Edmonton. And what we're going to do at the end of the day, we're going to pack up all of our webcast gear, move it across town from Burnaby over to Coquitlam, set it up at the Poirier, and be ready for 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So a bit of a long day. 9 games. Break down the gear. Got a 20-minute drive to the other arena. Set it all up again. Not a whole lot else I'd rather be doing. And I mean that. This is a lot of fun. Get to watch all this great ball hockey. These young people from across the country, from Newfoundland and Labrador to British Columbia, competing here this week. Jang working off the boards. Now down in the corner, this is Church. Zwarich for Edmonton. Gets it to Weininger. Goes back down into the corner again. Good battle happening down there between Church and Zwarich. That's Colin Jang down there now for BC. Again, it's kept into the Edmonton end. Came out in front. Taken away by Weininger. Off the boards. That stopped right at center. Off a foot down deep into the BC end. Goes up along the boards. There's a giveaway and a shot and another save by Friesen off the stick of Ben Hall. BC a little lackadaisical with the ball in their own end. Another turnover at the blue line. This time they'll get it out down the floor. They'll bring about a whistle. We'll come back down to our left. 4 minutes, 15 seconds gone in the opening period. No score. BC Bobcats and the Edmonton Yeti in this boys under 15 game. Face-off win for Edmonton. Shot put well wide of the goal by Beck Robinson. Bouncing around right at the blue line, brought out by BC, but sent in again by Edmonton. That was touched, so play will continue. Lewis Starrett back there for Edmonton. Got it up to Ryan Jesse. BC put it back in off the boards, getting there first. Jacob Ma came in front. Van Hull lifts it high in the air, gets it out. Phipps had to get back for BC and be quick, battling along the blue line. Played in by Percy Nelson of BC. Nelson down in the corner. He's got Cal out in front. Nelson still with it. Got Starrett watching him. Give it to Nelson. Right out in front. Good poke check there by the goaltender, William McCallum. Then it comes in front. Edmonton still can't get it out. Now they've got it. Stopped at the blue line. Still it stays in. Phipps. Phipps stopped by Starrett. Now will come out. Ben Hall racing after it for Edmonton. Working against Kara. Tyler Knox with a shot towards the front of the goal. Gets knocked down there. Battle in the high slot. Cleared out down the floor. Go right on goal. So again, play continues on. Justin Pitcher. Long pass up at center, right to Knox. Knox tried to get it over to Arjan Pisani. Now Pisani has it. Pisani down in the corner with Gershom. Sean Yeo. Hard around the boards. Dangerous pass out in front. They get away with it. Now they move it up ahead. Chorney. Taken away behind the goal by Logan Earl of BC. That stopped along the boards. Ben Hall threw it out in front. Taken away by Xander Clatt-Curry. Another pass that went through the middle. Racing onto it. Clatt-Curry. Shot went wide. Suter gets it down the floor. We go back to Logan Earl. Over to Church. Up ahead to Pinnell. Yeo and Pinnell engaged down in the far corner. To the right of goaltender McCallum. Now it'll come to the near side. Earl pinching in for BC. Earl racing out to center. Will keep it onside momentarily. Now it's chipped out. Church. Great pace to this one. Very few whistles here in the first period. Hope I don't jinx it by saying that. McCallion around the boards. LaRue on it first for BC. Back at the point. Long shot by Logan Earl. McCallion makes the save. Holds on. Saw it all the way. Took it. Doesn't give up a rebound. Face-off win by BC. Church's shot was blocked. Cormier. Up ahead to Hall. Hall off the boards. He'll race in and go get it himself. Worked off the boards. Hull got a shot away, and we're going to get our first penalty of the game. It will go against the BC Bobcats. Hooking will be the call. 2-minute power play for Edmonton. Jordan Abulale. And a timeout has been called by BC. So I said very few whistles. Since then, we've had 2 whistles, a penalty, and now a timeout. I did it again. .9:13 to go first period. No score. Chorney will take the faceoff for Edmonton. And it's one back at the point. Pitcher gets the return pass. Hair shot, scores! Well, you could see that from the angle we had here. That was headed for that top glove side, and it found the top. Great shot by pitcher. Justin, pitcher. 1-0 for the Yeti. play it in. McCallion redirects it in behind the goal. Actually, double checking the schedule, Yeti with 2 points. Bobcats only have one. I said 3 earlier. They only have one. Newfoundland and Labrador sitting in 4th place right now with 3 points. Actually, that's trying to look at the computer screen sideways. Sorry, folks. Cyclones are first with 8. Then the BC Wolverines with 6, tied with the Bisons with 6. Newfoundland Labrador selects. So the Bison with 5. New Tech Extreme. So top 4 teams: Guelph, BC Wolverines, New Tech Extreme, Manitoba Bison. Both the Yeti and the Bobcats are out of the playoffs. So pride on the line here this morning, and that can be a great motivating factor. Teams want to win. Mentioned many times, my favorite sporting quote, Herm Edwards, former coach of the New York Jets. You play the game to win. Whether you're in playoff contention, not in playoff contention, whether you're trying to get first place, doesn't matter. Once you step onto the field of play, the floor, the ice, the turf, doesn't matter. You give it your all and you play to win. That's what these teams are doing. See, good effort being given by both BC and Edmonton here this morning. It's cleared down the floor. Two on one, Kale. Great pass over, he gives it back and they score. Oh! Unselfish play there. Colin Jang. It's a give and go and give and goal. That was well done. Pretty to watch. Now Guelph Cyclones in the under 15, perfect 4-0. BC Wolverines are 3-1. New Tech Extreme 2-0-2. They tied their first 2 games and then won their next 2. And the Manitoba Bisons, 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 win. They are the top 4 heading into today. Newfoundland and Labrador selects with 3 points. Right now on the outside looking in. Newfoundland selects are currently playing Team Alberta over at the Poirier Arena. Under 6 to play in our first period. Pretty even tilt between Edmonton and BC. Long shot drifts in. That changed direction. Just missed the far post. Chorney chips it past Earl. Chorney then had it knocked off his stick by LaRue. LaRue will clear it in for BC. Back there first, Lewis Starrett for the Yeti. Beck Robinson. Pass goes by everybody and is picked up by Jack Weiniger. Didn't get to center before he cleared it in, so we'll get a whistle. Face-off will come back down to the right of William McCallion. Will be kept in by Ma. That went wide. Up at the blue line. Good pass through the middle. Weiniger was stopped. Reaching for it, Zach Sutter. Weiniger onside. Tried to give it to Sutter. He'll go down into the corner. Sutter will be there first for Edmonton to pick it up. He's covered. Comes out in front, cleared away from the front of the goal by BC. Now they'll head up the floor. Cal turning, still with the ball. Off the stick of Zwarich and behind the goal. They'll go to the boards. Both players go down. Play continues. Up at the blue line, it's held in. Still kept in by BC. Nathan Wewad can't get it out. Shot down the floor. That will bring about another whistle. Down to 3:32 to go here in the first. Face-off win by the Bobcats. Long shot in. Drifts wide of the goal. Comes to the near boards. BC on it first. A chance for Pinnell. Save is made. Rebound is there. That may have been stopped by the defense. Somehow, William McCallion kept it out. I had a delayed reaction because I couldn't believe it wasn't a goal. 3 great saves in a row by McCallion. That last one has got everybody applauding here at the Kensington. BC player looked up. He couldn't believe he didn't score. Frankly, neither could I. It's chipped in front. McCallion got a stick on that to break it up. Bapu, backhand, weak one. Pad save by McCallion. Edmonton under a little bit of pressure right now. BC coming on in the last few minutes. Had the better of the play. Flat Curry. Bapu in there. Back first for Edmonton, but then taken by Bapu. Right out in front. All alone was Pinnell. 2 or 3 backhands. Now McCallion's got it between the pads. can see things beginning to swing BC's way ever since they got that tying goal. Most of the play's been down to our right. William McCallion's been called upon to come up with some tremendous saves to keep this a 1-1 tie as BC is pressing for that go-ahead goal. Face-off won by Edmonton, but they don't get it out. It's held in along the boards. LaRue back down into the corner. Colin Jang. LaRue got a stick on it, back down to Jang. Right out in front. Jang's on it again. Now it's out over center. Logan Earl back to get it for BC. Reverses it up along the boards. Doesn't come out. Kept in by Edmonton. Player all alone in front. Chorney. 2 cracks at it. And Evan Friesen comes up with 2 big saves. Both goaltenders playing well. Chorney was left all alone in front of Friesen that time. That will come back the other way. Swarich battling along the boards for Edmonton. LaRue in there for the Bobcats. Off the boards hard, down the floor. Under a minute to go now in the first period. Face-off will come back in the Edmonton end. 57.5 seconds to go. Gonna roll into McCallum. Great poke check. Cleared it by everybody. Read that well. He's done that 2 or 3 times in this game already. Very active stick on the goaltender. Kept in by Cale. Off the end boards. Comes right to the side of the goal. McCallion's got that. 20.7 seconds to go here in the first. A U17 game coming up. The boys under 17 after this one. Edmonton Express, Alberta Extreme. Another Edmonton-Alberta matchup. Edmonton has called the timeout. Three different surfaces being used for these national championships. Here at Kensington and at the Poirier Complex in Coquitlam. There are 2 rink surfaces there, the main rink, and then they have a secondary one. So 3 in total being used for the games. "32 teams from across the country competing here this week. 9 teams in the under 15 category. They play 1 division, top 4 teams advance. Same with the under 17, 9 teams, top 4 advance. In the under 19, there are 8 teams, so divided them into 2 divisions. First and second in each division will advance. First place, second as they do the crossovers. And in the girls, under 19, 7 teams, 1 division, top 4 advance. And those semifinals or elimination games will begin this afternoon. We'll get you the matchups as we know them. Still some games being played this morning that'll certainly have consequences for the semifinals. Rolls down to Evan Friesen. He'll cover it. And probably by the time we get to our 3rd preliminary game this morning, we might have some of the matchups set. Some may not be set until after the final preliminary games. 3.9, if you can win the faceoff, they take the player off the boards Pisani, no point being over there. They get everybody in front. They do get the face-off win. Pushed towards the goal, but it goes wide. Went wide. Then it came out in front just as the buzzer went. Looked like a harmless play, and somehow that ball ended up under the pads of Evan Friesen. But in the end, we finish 1-1 after 18 minutes of play. Very quick intermission, 3 minutes, and we'll be back with period number 2 of this entertaining game in the under 15. Two teams that will not be in the playoffs, but are playing hard this morning. Edmonton Yeti, BC Bobcats, tied at 1. We'll be back in 2.5 minutes. The Canadian Ball Hockey Association, the CBHA, is the official governing body for the sport of ball hockey in Canada. We are a full standing member of the International Street Ball Hockey Federation, the ISPHF, and proud partners with Hockey Canada. Our members come from Canadian provinces coast to coast, and we are proud to showcase our players in this national championship tournament.
Hi, I hope you're enjoying this live stream. Would you like to webcast your next event? Want to reach a larger audience, maybe even global? Let 360 Live show the world your story. Send us an email to hello@360.live for more details. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow us on these social media sites.
One tie, Edmonton, BC. After the first 18 minutes to go. This is the final period of these national championships for both these teams. So they're going to lay it all on the line, no doubt. You want to walk away winning your last game. You feel a whole lot better about your performance. Once again, we had a mistake on the goaltenders. Braxton Singleton in goal for the Edmonton Yeti. One of the problems we've had this week is getting updates on goaltender changes. Yeah. And they're both showing on the roster as number 1. So, again, I come fully prepared with lots of excuses. Shot scores! Chase Cormier for Edmonton. That didn't take long. 25 seconds in. Rips it past. So the Yeti have taken a 2-1 lead. It's offside at the blue line. So Braxton Singleton is the one we have to credit with those great saves in the first period and the great poke checks. Give credit where credit is due. BC coming back, pressing. Saved by Singleton. Gershman with a shot. Came off the end boards. Bounced out in front. Singleton's got it and covers up. Jordan Abulale will take the face-off for BC. Won it cleanly back to the point. To Gershman. Goes down into the corner. LaRue. To Tyler Knox. Knox off the boards. Edmonton heading up the floor, but getting back to break that up. Abulale. And he's got it again. Good pass up ahead to Jang. Jang gets it back and clears it in. Robinson back first for Edmonton. Up to Chorney. Chorney at center. Chipped it by Earl. Getting back. Abulale. He had it taken away behind the goal. Edmonton's on it. Edmonton with possession down the corner. They'll cycle it behind. The give and go came out in front. Shot went wide. Off the stick of Pisani. LaRue waiting for it. Now has it. And that line will head off for BC. Stripped away by Pennell. Comes to the front of the goal. Pennell has it behind the goal. Robinson came up with it for Edmonton. Now it's out over center. Edmonton in over the blue line. Wewad forced to the boards. Bapu looking for the return pass. He's got it. Cutting in, goes to the backhand. Forced into the corner. A good defensive play by Alex Werich. Xander Klatt-Curry with the ball for BC. Taken away. Played in softly by Sutter. Comes right to the front of the goal. Cleared away by Friesen. Semenyuk got it up to the blue line. Sutter turns. He'll dump it in and he'll head to the bench. Ma Watched by Ryan Jesse. Up to Phipps at center. He stopped, kept in. Hall. Pass came over for Jesse and slipped a little bit. Jesse in forechecking, working against Phipps of BC. Phipps up to Nelson. Kept in by Edmonton. Over to the far side. Hall. Cormier right in front was looking for Jesse. Pass was a little bit too high. Couldn't get a stick on it. Ball goes up in the air into the goaltender. Friesen. He'll reach up, snatch it out of the air and hold on. Ball goes up over the glass and out of play. They'll discuss who touched it last. That'll determine where the face-off will be. Lengthy discussion. Going to bring it outside. Jang had to go off his stick, recovers, gets it back to his defense. That was stopped by Knox. Here's Edmonton. Great defensive play. Jordan Abulail laying out to break that up. Edmonton had what looked to be a 2-on-1 down low, and Abulail dove, broke up the pass. Ball was played with a high stick, which means somebody's coming to the penalty box. Cannot play the ball with a high stick. That's a 2-minute penalty under CBHA rules. Arjan Pisani gone to the penalty box. Power play for BC. They trail it 2-1. Just over 13 minutes left to go. Church will bring it in over the blue line himself, but you find that seldom works in ball hockey. Just too many people you need to beat. You need a coordinated effort to get it in over the blue line and get control. Now they do. That'll go out of play down to our left. Again, a quick discussion about who touched it last. Okay, with the discussion, actually, I hadn't noticed it either. 4 minutes had gone up on the penalty clock. It should only be 2. High sticking, if you make contact with another player, is 4 minutes, but high sticking the ball is just 2. So they need to fix the penalty time. Minute 26 to go in the penalty. Church to Jang. Right in. Earl passed it across. Not quite sure, frankly, what he was thinking. There was nobody there. Had it on his forehand, could have shot it. Went to the backhand and made a pass to nobody. Sometimes you need to be selfish. The shot's there. You need to take it. Unless you're really sure of what else you're going to do with it. LaRue. Get it in behind the goal. Gershman back at the point. Phipps. He'll come back to Phipps. He'll shoot it. It goes wide of the goal. Came off the end boards awkwardly for the goaltender, but it stayed out. Singleton lost sight of where the ball was for just a second, but covered it up long enough to get a whistle. BC control it. Just 5 seconds to go in the power play now. LaRue. Penalty is over. Pisani back on the floor for the Yeti. They continue to lead 2-1. Still a lot of time left in this one. Just over 11 minutes. That one hit the crossbar and stayed out. That close to being a tie game. Semenya got it to Yeo, up along the boards to Tyler Knox. Good outlet pass. Here comes Edmonton. Pisani tried to pass it in front. That was intercepted. Edmonton are changing. They'll get back to get it. Players coming off the bench. Knox. Great pass up ahead. Chorney tried to make the pass. Ball stays with Chorney. Bounces around. Edmonton still with it. Shot hits the outside of the goal. Chorney. Taken away by British Columbia. Logan Earl flips it in to Singleton. He's got it and holds on. Great chance for BC just after the penalty expired. They rang it off the crossbar. BC with another chance. Shoots. Save made by Singleton as he got the left pad down. That shot goes wide. BC on it again. Cal couldn't hold it in. They do keep it in at center. Now it comes out. Weininger got it in deep. Sutter back behind the goal. Weewad. Shot comes in. Save was made by Friesen. Weewad turning in the corner. Back to Sutter. Backhand. Referee, I believe, has pointed, indicating a goal. Just got in over the goal line. Looked like it was under the pad of the goaltender. We couldn't see from here that it had gone in, but the referee right on the goal line. Edmonton now up 3-1. We'll get the announcement on the goal scorer for you. Jack Weininger gets credit for the goal. Edmonton's third. Phipps. It's an intended pass, but right on goal. Play will continue until Singleton decides to cover it up. Way down in the far corner now, coming behind the Edmonton goal. Edmonton trying to get it out. Edmonton player stumbles. Flipped in towards the goal. That'll get right through to the goaltender Singleton. He will cover it up. Still plenty of time for BC. 7:37 left to go. Another shot that got through. Singleton saw it, directed it into the corner. Another chance for BC. Another save by Singleton. And once again, he'll cover the rebound. Pat Curry to take the face-off for BC. It was won by Nathan Wewat of Edmonton. Knox can't get it out. Kept in by BC. Gershman will send it down into the corner to go in behind the goal. Waiting for it back there, Alex Warch. Pisani off the boards. Gershman couldn't hold it in. Long shot in. Blocker save made by Singleton. Zwarich to Tyler Knox. Knox flipped it up ahead. Players race after it. Gershman. Got it to Kira. They're in over the blue line. Kira ran into the defenseman. Zwarich off the boards to himself. Nice play. Zwarich breaking in. Shot. That just missed by inches. That was Beck Robinson rather, on that rush. Robinson again threw it in front. was Connor Calais for BC Bobcats. Knockdown, kept in front. Shot, weak one, bounces around, they score! Logan Earl. The first shot didn't have a lot on it. Hit the goaltender and bounced up in the air. And Logan Earl was there to jump on that rebound. And as with most of the games we've had over the last few days, this one's going to come down to the last few minutes. Very competitive tournament in all the groups, the under 15, under 17, under 19, and it puts it home in a one-goal game. Goes up and out of play over in the BC Bobcats bench. 5:13 to go, now a one-goal game. Without actually doing the math, I'd say that about 90% of the games we've had here at Kensington have been very competitive, have come down to the last couple of minutes. And I'm hearing reports that similar situation over at the Poirier Complex. Very competitive junior nationals. Ryan Jesse. Can't get it off the boards. Cormier with Abdelail all over him. LaRue will try it this side. Pinching in is Pitcher. Threw it to the front of the goal. It's cleared to the boards. LaRue can't get it out. Kept in. Three players go into the boards. Ben Hall for Edmonton. Hall out in front. Shot just goes wide off the stick of Pitcher. Another chance. Save made by Friesen. Referee's gone over to the BC Bobcats bench, having a chat with the head coach. And now he'll relay the same message. And it probably has to do with the pushing and shoving after the whistle, telling the coaches to warn their players that if that were to continue, penalties will be issued. Again, I'm speculating, but that would seem a reasonable suggestion as to what's happening. That hit a stick, went up and out of play. Face-off will stay in the Bobcats' end. Face-off won by Edmonton. Backhanded down into the corner by Zwarich. Clearing attempt won't get out. It'll be kept in by Semenyuk. Quickly out in front, shot by Pisani, they score! Tough to tell, but I don't think it was the shot by Pisani that went in. I think it was his teammate who was over at the left post. May have knocked it in. Tyler Knox, the first one to go to the loose ball. Back to a 2-goal lead for the Yeti from Edmonton. 3:38 to go. And after the goal, a BC player heading over here to the penalty box. 4 minutes slashing. Timeout, BC. Once again, our next game coming up, scheduled for about 10 minutes from now. Assuming this one doesn't drag on too much in the last 3:38, we should be relatively close to being on time after the first game. U17 boys. Edmonton Express, Alberta Extreme. So again, Alberta and BC. 4 minute slashing penalty called against British Columbia. So that's going to make your comeback that much tougher. I believe it's Connor Calais. Swarich. Yeah, they're saying it's Chorney, number 8, with the goal. Not Knox. Well, Chorney gets the 4th Edmonton goal. And Edmonton will not be in any hurry here with the man advantage. 3 minutes to go. They lead by 2. They will try and play a little keep away. Run that clock down. Swarich to the middle. Hull. Shot comes in. Good blocker save made by the goaltender. Friesen directs it up and out of play. .223 to go on the game clock. 2:40 to go in the penalty, so they can do this for the rest of the game. Cormier. Swarich. Finally cleared away. Swarich has to hustle back to get it. Swarich will come away with it. Up to Hull. And again, they'll just kill the clock. Chorney, that's in over the blue line, so they've gained the offensive zone. Good job to hold it in. And dumped into the corner. In front it comes. BC with it. We'll send it down the floor. So it's not Calais in the penalty box, so that's Calais with the ball. It's Nelson in the penalty box for BC. That 4-minute slashing. Number 52. Calais out in front, shorthanded. Big save made by Singleton. That could have been interesting. Offside. Down to 40.5 seconds to go. BC coming close to getting one, shorthanded. Another big save by Braxton Singleton, the goaltender for the Edmonton Yeti. They win the faceoff. We've got to go all the way back, but we're okay with that. That'll again help kill the clock. Sean Yeo over the other side. Just 30 seconds to go now. Almost a giveaway up at the blue line. But Edmonton get away with it. Dump it in. Two number 8s, Phipps and Chorney. Phipps has got it. But quickly, a couple of Edmonton players converge on him. They come away with the ball. Under 10 to go now. Buzzer goes. Final score. Edmonton Yeti defeat the BC Bobcats by a score of 4-2, and the tournament comes to a close for these two teams. Scheduled for 10:15, 4 minutes from now. Once again, it's here at Kensington, the Edmonton Express. I said, again, BC and Alberta, but it's not, of course, it's the two Alberta teams. A long way to go. Let's get it together here. Edmonton versus Alberta. The boys under 17. We'll be back with that in just a couple of minutes.